Alright, so it's been a long time since we've done a Madden video. It's because the way I record my videos, it needed some reworking, and I am back with another Madden video. And we are going to be rebuilding the winless Detroit Lions. Now, obviously, in our world, you know what realistic rebuilds are. It's when you use the 2022 draft class, and you start where this real season is at, and use the, make the most realistic moves. And I think rebuilds should be fun. Just really try and get good results, win a Super Bowl, move on, right? And I'm also not a very big fan of speed rebuilds, which is a case where you have a time limit and then you rebuild, because in real life it takes 3 years, 4 years at the least to get a whole rebuild done. You can't get it done in 7 minutes, which is why it takes 3 full years or 4 full years in Madden to get my rebuilds over with. That's why these are probably the longest videos on my channel. However, I have a lot of fun doing this. The scouting update makes it a whole lot less fun because you just don't know much about the prospect, but still really, really fun doing rebuilds. And the Lions are really interesting because they're actually competing with a lot of teams. And don't forget the tie. They're 0-9-1, right? So the Lions are competing. They're losing, but they're still competing. So you gotta keep that in mind as we look at the roster for today's rebuild. We have a ton of potential in this team. We have a lot of potential. I forgot to turn off injuries. Oh no! I forgot to turn off injuries. Oh well, that kind of sucks. I mean, our receiving core is not bad, I guess. We'll have them come back sooner rather than later. Since this is not a realistic rebuild, I don't want to have injuries, but I guess we are going to have injuries on. Jared Goff is our starting quarterback. He's a 73 overall, 26 years old, and he's getting paid a whole lot of money. He is probably off the team. I would even prefer starting David Blau if we're not paying him $30 million a year. So, Jared Goff's probably going to get traded this year itself. DeAndre Swift, he's super underrated. He's really good at receiving. Running the football leaves a lot to be determined because he's not averaging a lot per carry. But he just had a crazy game. Last game, I think. So, not bad. And then, of course, Jamal Williams, one of the better backups in the league. If not the best. And, of course, gets carries as well. Jamar Jefferson and... forgot his name. Yeah, Godwin Igwebuike, I think is how you say. Josh Reynolds is our starting receiver. That is never good when you have Josh Reynolds, who used to be a third receiver in the Rams, and now he is our starting receiver. Khalif Raymond is more of a returner. I would like to get Amon-Ra St. Brown involved because he's really young and has a ton of potential. O-line, probably the best part of this entire offense. Taylor Decker's fine. Jonah Jackson's good for the future. I don't even know who this is. Evan Brown, he'll be starting at center for now. Halapulivati Vaitai, he's getting paid, like, unreal amount. It's so terrible. And Penei Sewell, of course, doing pretty well so far in the league. He's a 77 overall. I think he has superstar development as well. So that's a plus. Of course, TJ Hawkinson as well. One of the probably a top 5 tight end in the league. If not now, definitely a bit later. TJ Hawkinson's really, really good. And that long hair does not look natural on him. Anyways, defensively, it gets way, 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 way worse. Amani Oruwariye is in here. Of course, Jeff Okuda's not in here. He's terrible. Ifeatu Melifonwu gets a starting role. Will Harris is not that good. Tracy Walker is, I think, kind of old, actually. Yeah, 26. He's not exactly young. That's all I'm going to say. We got Trey Flowers in here, who's not very good. Alex Anzalone, Jalen Reeves-Maybin, Derek Barnes, Charles Harris. It's rough. It's really rough on the defense. I like the potential of Alim McNeil. I like the potential of Levi Onwuzurike. Michael Brockers, Trey Flowers, and Jared Goff all need to get out of here. So you're probably going to see them come in a pretty huge trade package. So first major deal has been set. Jared Goff and a second-round pick are shipped off to Miami to receive Javon Holland to start immediately at free safety over Will Harris. I think that's a really huge addition. We're just shedding a ton of cap room with that deal. And we're getting a really talented free safety in there as well. Now, Michael Brockers doesn't exactly have trade value, and I think he's bringing a lot of the trades down instead of up. So that will be interesting. But Trey Flowers does have quite a bit of value, actually. And he, believe it or not, I didn't even know this. He's getting paid $20 million. So that makes it even, you know, just way more easier to give him up. No, man, we'll see who we can trade him with. Probably the Bengals because they have green interest, but there should be other teams that have green interest in him. So this deal is Madden just being stupid. So Trey Flowers and a 3 from next year. Not even this year's 3. Next year. And we're getting Bradley Chubb. He's a good player. And we just got Javon Holland and Bradley Chubb. Basically for Jared Goff and Trey Flowers. We have no quarterback. I'll probably just sign one in free agency. But Michael Brockers, I think, will get cut. Because, oh, holy hell, no. No way. Never mind. There's no way I'm doing that. Oh, I forgot Bradley Chubb was injured. Great. That's unfortunate. Well, injuries are derailing this team right now. However, Bradley Chubb will be moved to left outside linebacker. And I will see you at the midseason mark, probably. Unless I have something to tell you, which I probably won't. I do not want to place him on the ER, thank you very much. The IR, not ER, I'm stupid. Actually, I did have something to tell you. Have you ever heard of a superstar development punter? That was a weird one, but I had to tell you that. The Lions are doing better than they are in real life, so that's something that we can take into account. Or did I not turn on... Alright, so I did turn on auto upgrade, so... I'll just auto upgrade them. But how is this team doing? We should probably not be doing that good at quarterback. Yeah, Tim Boyle. Great. Oh my god, he's actually not doing that bad. I thought he would be like 12 touchdowns, 13 picks, 1,400 yards, and a 37 completion percentage. But he's actually averaging 8 per attempt. 12 touchdowns, 4 picks. He's not, believe it or not, he's actually not the worst case scenario at QB right now. As for DeAndre Swift, he's actually having a really good year so far. Jamal Williams is averaging less than 4 per carry, whatever. Receiving Amon-Ra St. Brown is having a pretty good year. 560 yards, 2 touchdowns. Josh Reynolds is getting involved. Khalif Raymond. TJ Hawkinson is not even close to getting involved. I'm probably going to put him in the slot then. It's just probably what's going to happen. Jalen Reeves-Maybin leads us in tackles. Tackles for loss 6 are Charles Harris, who's actually not been playing bad, but we are not applying pressure. Oops. We're not applying pressure on the quarterback. Look at this. Jeez, dude. We have 5 sacks in 7 games and 2 picks. Javon Holland has a pick, though. That's pretty good. And then Riley Patterson, whatever. Jack Fox is out here averaging 51.3 per carry. This guy is going to be unbelievable. Nah. But let's go. Alright. Tim Boyle is actually not doing too bad. But only change that I'm going to make is TJ Hawkinson has to move into slot receiver. Because Amon-Ra St. Brown will move to number 2. TJ Hawkinson is only a 77, I think. Maybe a 76 overall. Because I saw the morale. But I think he's about a 77 at slot receiver. So he won't be the worst. I just need to get him more targets. That's pretty much what it comes down to. Dude, I swear, the simulation is taking longer than expected. It's taking way longer than expected. Alright, We went 6-11. Not bad. That's really good for how the Lions have played so far, right? Oh, Lions fans triggered. So we were basically 21.5 to 27. That was the average score, which is not exactly bad, but I'm fine with it. Tim Boyle threw for 4,400 yards. This guy is like the best player in history. He's so good. Look at this year. We're not talking about like a 70, 72 overall quarterback. We're talking about a 62 overall quarterback. And he threw 4,400 yards, 28 touchdowns, 10 picks. That's a really good year. Now, how did Jared Goff do? I think he would have been starting. He didn't even start. I mean, he started the first half of the year, was so terrible, and they decided to start Tua because he was a better overall, and Tua also put up practically the same numbers. So, screw you, Jared Goff. We got a better player than you and Tim Boyle. Running. DeAndre Swift was pretty good. We were definitely feeding him the football. 4.1 per carry. He's not the best. It's not the worst. Good year for DeAndre Swift. Receiving, Amon-Ra St. Brown went over 1,000 and also had 6 touchdowns. Khalif Raymond, okay. TJ Hawkinson definitely did get involved in the second half of the year. Josh Reynolds wasn't bad. Actually, Penei Sewell and Taylor Decker were so bad, but other than those two, Jonah Jackson was actually pretty good. Sorry, I accidentally paused my recording there. Jeez. But Halapuli Vaitai and Jonah Jackson were actually pretty good. NGL. Defensively, Jalen Reeves-Maben had 12 assisted tackles. Okay. Okay. 13 tackles for loss from Levi Onwuzurike. Not bad. Not bad at all. He's up to a 73 overall. Charles Harris had 10. This defense was trash, statistic-wise. Riley Patterson attempted 30 field goals. Jeez. And Jack Fox punted 57 times. Not the best year. It was definitely not. We have 67 mil. I forgot to re-sign players at the midseason mark. But hopefully, since it's the Lions, there shouldn't be, it shouldn't be that pressing to re-sign. We have 82 mil now. So, once it's finished loading, because the sim is taking forever so far, players ready to negotiate. We have 83 mil now. Jack Fox. Oh no, he's down to star. He was the best player on our team by far. Alright, we're 7-year deal. Welcome back. Deshaun Hand, no. Charles Cross, no. I'm gonna, if I need to, I'll sign them back in free agency, but I just don't think they're necessary. So we'll simulate to stage 1 of the free agency, and let's sign some free agents. Let's sign some good ones. Players that we need, like Mike Williams, could be so good. But of course, we also have to get Teron Armstead and Devontae Adams, because not only are they the best players here, I'll just offer them a 5-year deal. Not only are they the best players here, but they're also necessary. They're really necessary for this team. We have pretty much no receiver depth, and apparently the Texans are giving like all their money into Devontae Adams. Like, what the hell is this? I'm paying him $25 million a year. I'm paying him a quarterback's amount. This is so stupid. We'll just up that. I need him to come to Detroit. Teron Armstead as well. I am going to be paying him a ton of money, but he's also another guy who's worth it because we really badly need him. I'm not going to use him to replace Taylor Decker, but instead I'm going to use him along the offensive line to potentially even play guard for us. But the Chargers, of course, are investing like $18 billion into this guy. So, there we go. I've spent so much money on these two, dude. So much money. Who else do I need? I think Carlton Davis could be pretty good. Is he the best corner? Bryce Callahan? No. So, I think what we're going to do is also try and go after Carlton Davis. Of course, I'm going to try and give him above $10 million a year. overpay his actual amount because, you know, everyone's offering him $1 billion. It's only the Chargers, man. But the Tex, I'm probably gonna miss out on one of them. It's gonna happen, and it's probably gonna be Davante Adams or Teron Armstead. Oh dear. Oh really? I got all of them. Huh. My offense is up to an 85 overall. So that's really good. Of course, like I said, Teron Armstead is going to probably be playing right guard and replacing Halapuli Vaitai. His penalty is big, but, I mean, we're paying Teron Armstead $26 million to play guard. Do you not realize how weird this is? $26 million at right guard? You're basically a billionaire. Not exactly, but sort of. Right? Now, we also need a quarterback, like, so badly. I don't know if there's anyone good. By the way, Penei Sewell had superstar. So our O-line's probably the best in the league right now. After adding Teron Armstead, of course, Davante Adams is huge. Carlton Davis is huge. Jeff Okudah will be playing, which is going to be pretty good. And, of course, Bradley Chubb will be playing. But we need to either trade or just get a quarterback. Simple as that. And I'm going to take a look at my picks because usually the Rams kind of do bad in Sim. But I don't need 2 first-round picks. You know, I'm going to trade one of them. Number 28. Yeah, you can get out of here. I need number 6. I think that's the 28's the Rams picks. So I'm going to find a good quarterback that's worth trading for. Boom. Just like that, team gets way better. We're trading away 2 first-round picks, but I also have 2 first-round picks this and next year. So I think both of these are from the Rams. Hopefully they do terrible. But we're getting Mac Jones, Michael Onwenu, and Christian Barmore. They help out our team so much at each position. So Jonah Jackson will be replaced. Yes, I know. But still, that's a huge development. 89 offense, 81 defense. I don't understand how we're an 73 defense. What? Why are we a 73 defense? Oh, we don't have a strong safety or middle linebackers. Interesting. So does that bring down our entire defense? Really? I mean, we added Christian Barmore. We shouldn't be that bad. I mean, apparently so. Jeez. So, this is going to be interesting. We're going to have to add a middle linebacker. I don't know how much money we have. We have 19 mil to land a middle linebacker on the Detroit Lions. Who the hell even would be in consideration, dude? I mean, Dante Hightower wouldn't even be bad. 83 overall star dev. There's a ring camera. You hear every video. But if I can bring this contract down a ton, this could be a really good signing for us to bring in Dante Hightower. Also, I may even try and go after Reuben Foster. I know he had off-the-field issues, but again, this is not a realistic rebuild. I mean, you know, we can do whatever the hell we want. And if Reuben Foster is a good player and can help us out, I don't care if that contract's shit. We're going to try and offer him. So, we'll simulate to stage 3 of the offseason. We did not get anyone. And that's interesting. Is there anyone offering on Dante Hightower? Oh, yes. And the Bengals are going all out. Why? It's Dante Hightower. It's not like Ray Lewis. Or take butt kiss. No. But, yeah, it's not anyone like that, you know? But anyways, moving on to that dick butt kiss joke. How did you even live with that name, man? I'm sorry, but still. How? I mean, Reuben Foster, we're not going to get him. It's best if we just saved our money in that case. But Dante Hightower needs to accept. Alright, it's going to take a year. Oh, look at that! The EA servers. Give me a freaking hour just to get this into control. Alright, now we're all good. Now we're all good. Jeez. I hate this new thing that Madden has, right? It's just where we're just gonna cancel all the EA servers out when you're having the most. Oh, Dante Hightower rejected. And now it's saying you have an 81 defense. What's going on? Is Madden glitched? And Madden is literally glitching right now. Here it says we have 73. There it says we have 81. I don't understand what's going on. I'm going to believe the 81 defense because our defense is not that horrible. Dante Hightower did reject. What a diva. But let's try and land a good player at number 6. I don't know, because we don't know anything about these players, right? Even after we draft them, all we know is their athletic traits and their development trait. We don't even know their overall, right? So this new Madden scouting update nonsense crap is absolute BS. But we need either to land a safety or a corner. And Pat Crawford is terrible. At least we know his coverage. B press, B zone, D man. Okay, he's not bad, but I definitely don't want him right now. Safeties are even worse. You know what? We're going to take a risk. Unless these guys are any better. B zone. A hit power. Why do I need to know hit power, block shed, and play rec for a corner? D press, no. It's going to be a risk, but I'm going to try and go for after Pat Crawford. He has terrible man, dude. Cassius Johnson, we don't even know, though. You know what? We're going to take the risk. We're going to draft Pat Crawford. He's probably going to be like a 40. He has hidden development, but I don't think that's going to be symbolism for his actual overall. But we'll simulate to the end of the draft. Of course, I think the EA servers are going to be down after this one, too. So, we'll see. But our draft class is probably not going to be anything special. Dude, simulation takes so long in this game. I don't understand why it takes so long. Alright, draft recap. How did Pat Crawford look? Not bad. We even got this guy, Lamont McBride. He's actually not that bad. He's more of, you know, every single guy. There's the ring camera is going crazy today. I also have a lawnmower next to me. Or, not next to me, but outside my house, so it's really weird. But Pat Crawford, 75 zone, 65 man sucks. But there's a reason why I drafted him. And this is always my intent. Move him to strong safety and see how it works. That's it, right? That was my goal. Oh, look at that. The EA servers are gone. Dude, I hate Madden. You know what? I'm going to make a video. It is going to be coming out I'm probably going to be recording it either today or tomorrow. Because, like, honestly, this is so stupid. The way this goes. I have to literally come into the main menu, press a button, R2, and it gets me back in. Or for Xbox users, it's probably going to be RT, right trigger. But anyways, now that that's out of the way, if you don't know how to do that, now that's how you have to do it. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm gonna make a video about how Madden 22 is actually not good at all, right? And I'm not even joking here. Maybe I would prefer Madden 21 because Madden 22 is so glitchy. At least Madden 21 is fully developed. I know that, it's the same thing as Madden 20 basically, except for a different design and a different front page. However, first of all, EA Sports doesn't even care about football, right? You know what? I'm not going to try and give too much away. Wait for that video, because I am so mad with how Madden 22 has turned out that you don't even get it. But Pat Crawford remains a 72 overall at strong safety. Is there anyone on this team who could play inside linebacker? I don't think so. Lamont McBride's going to move down to left end. And I think we can get the second year underway. Now, we still don't have that good of a receiver, right? Oh, I made a mistake. You know what? I'm going to pause the recording, and I'll just see you at the midseason mark. I'm being a clumsy wreck today. So, I lied. I'm going to see you when I'm done with this. So, Lamont McBride is a 76 overall left end. So, he turns out to be a really, really good player. Michael Brockers is still on the team. You know what? We're gonna have balls of steel. We're gonna cut him from the roster. Hopefully that works. But anyways, we have a really good-looking defense except for middle linebacker. Like, pretty much every position is filled except for middle linebacker. Derek Barnes will be starting. It's not bad because he's young. Oh, DeAndre Swift is injured. God damn it, dude. Turf toe. All right. So it's not bad. I should have turned off injuries. I'm so sorry. Injuries have just ruined this rebuild because it's just affecting player stats. But we all know how good DeAndre Swift is, right? Now, something to talk about while we're doing this rebuild is how Najee Harris is still a good running back, even though he's averaging about 3.6 per carry. Like, I've thought about this. Like, why is Najee Harris considered good? Because he's playing under a trash O-line, and he's still going to get 1,000 yards. Alright? So, if you were wanting to answer that, there it is. He's playing behind a trash O-line. He's going to get 1,000 yards. He has so much power, can receive out of the backfield. He is literally becoming the Steelers' best offensive player on that team. And Deontay Johnson's close. I like Deontay Johnson a ton, by the way, if you didn't know. Even though I'm a Ravens fan, I still have my opinions on Steelers players. However, back to the rebuild. We're 3-3. 91 offense. It looks like we actually do have a 77 defense. So the 73 defense before was actually kind of right. Anyways, we're 3-3. We should be doing something better. We are not leading in any stat line. You know what? We're going to try and do this. I know this probably, if you've watched my other rebuilds, which hopefully you have, be sure to subscribe and like the video, by the way. Because I'm kind of acting a bit weird, you know, going by each topic. But I'm switching to Tampa Bay Playbook. Subscribe to my YouTube, by the way. Jeez. We're staying with the same scheme. We're going Tampa Bay. Here it is. Tampa Bay. And then defensively. You know what? We're going to do it. Since we're running a 3-4, first coach that comes to mind other than Brandon Staley, John Harbaugh. Head coach of the best team in football, who nearly lost to the Bears. Best team in football meaning, like, a really weird team. Like, I'm a Ravens fan, and I still don't think my Ravens are any good. Mac Jones is having a really good year. Really conservative year, but really good. Averaging pretty much 9 per attempt. 8, and then, of course, 71% completion percentage is also really good. Only 4 picks to 14 touchdowns. Rushing, DeAndre Swift is getting a more defined role and is really, really doing good. Amon-Ra St. Brown is doing better than Davante Adams. You saw me put Davante Adams in the slot. I don't know what else to say. Davante Adams should be in the slot. He has 6 touchdowns, though. TJ Hawkinson is also having a really good year. Defensively, Cash Maluia. I don't even know who that is. 6 tackles for loss from Christian Barmore, and also 5.5 sacks from Bradley Chubb. Couple more picks in there. Pat Crawford actually got his first pick. He's out with a dislocated knee, dude. This rebuild is just so terrible. And Brett Maher is like the best kicker in history because he's not missed a single kick the entire year, which is probably not the case in real life. Yeah, did you see him when he was playing for the Saints in the last game? He was so bad. Players ready to negotiate. We have the entire roster on here, so might as well try and get to re-signing these guys, so I'll see you after I've done that. That was a quick one. TJ Hawkinson's back on like a 5-year, $56 million deal, and I don't even remember what it was for Bradley Chubb, but it was around like, I want to say that it was about 6 years and about 92 mil, something around that. But anyways, let's talk about the Ravens game against the Bears. That was a shit show. Tyler Huntley is not a bad player, but he just cannot win you games. He'll put up a decent enough stat line, right? He will average like -4 per attempt, yet he will still manage to throw for about 200 yards, rush for about 50 more, and lose you the game. We nearly lost to the Bears. This shows you how dependent the Ravens are on Lamar Jackson. Just stupid. The Lions didn't make the playoffs? We went 10-7. What do you mean? We went 10-7 and we didn't make the playoffs. Oh my god, that's so stupid. Oh, that hurts. Mac Jones led the league in passing yards. What? Oh my god, that's gotta be an MVP. Gotta be. Yes, he did throw 14 picks. He averaged nearly 9 per attempt and threw for 5,400 yards and 38 touchdowns. There may be another player who is pretty close, though. Is there anyone else? Yeah, it's probably going to be Tom Brady. Or it's Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, and then Mac Jones. Mac Jones, really good year. DeAndre Swift was unbelievable. Look at how good he's progressing, dude. DeAndre Swift, honestly, becoming one of the best running backs in football the way he's going. In Madden. 1,000 yards, 5 touchdowns. 1,000 yards, 14 touchdowns, averaging 0.5 more per carry. And, of course, on less attempts. And 99 yards after contact. Broke out for a 77-yard run, which hopefully was a touchdown. Receiving. Davante Adams. Holy shit. Excuse the language, but 1,400 yards, 16 touchdowns. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 1,200 yards, 3 touchdowns. TJ Hawkinson, 1,100 yards, 6 touchdowns. Quintez Cephas, 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns. We had 4 receivers go over 1,000 yards. How did this team not make the playoffs? Penei Sewell was an all-pro. Teron Armstead was even better. Michael Onwenu was unbelievable. Taylor Decker sucked. Amani Oruwariye had 94 tackles. You never want your corner to lead you in tackles, by the way. It's a really well-known fact because that means you allowed a lot of deep plays, allowing your quarterbacks to get corners to get tackles. Christian Barmore had 14 tackles for loss. Samson Ebukam actually had a pretty good year. Lamont McBride was more of a run stopper. That's his archetype. But Bradley Chubb, talk about a year. 18.5 sacks. 8.5 for Samson Ebukam. 7 for Romeo Okwara. 3.5 for Christian Barmore. Picks. 2 for Bradley Chubb and Will Harris. Why? What dev trade did Pat... Oh, sorry. Damn. Alright, kicking. Oh, Brett Maher sucked the rest of the year. Amazing. Jack Fox was not bad. He only punted 38 times from 57. We are progressing so well. Yet, we did not make the playoffs. This team was the best Lions team that we could assemble in a year. It just is. The Chiefs and the Cowboys meet in the Super Bowl. That happens like every year. So I'm not shocked. As let's re-sign some players. The Samson Ebukam deserve a contract. The way he played, yes, but with his age, no. Jamal Williams can go. He's just limiting DeAndre Swift at this point. That's basically his role. Ruined how DeAndre Swift his stat line looks like. So big news of the year, Mac Jones is up to superstar dev. 84 overall superstar. And I already checked, we didn't have anyone who went up on the other side. Unless Bradley Chubb didn't have superstar development, which maybe he didn't, I don't know. But then I guess Bradley Chubb got superstar. But now I did check in free agency, and yeah, we got a couple players, such as Terry McLaurin. We're gonna set a record for most ever paid to a team. Like, we're paying 27 or 26 mil to Davante Adams, and now we're paying like 20 million to Terry McLaurin, and we're paying 21 million to Jeffrey Simmons. That's not even enough. Jeffrey Simmons is more of a defensive tackle than he is a defensive end, and he's wanting money like an edge rusher. He's a really good player. That's why I want him, and that's why I'm giving him $27 million per year. But holy crap, dude. These contracts that I'm giving, absolutely crazy. But, oh, I forgot to go to middle linebacker. I forgot to go to middle linebacker. Shit. Don't accept, Jeffrey. Oh, he accepted. Great. Alright. Why do I have to give out such killer deals, dude? Bobby Wagner. He will have 0 bids, right? Yeah. He's asking for so less. This is a steal of free agency right now. 87 overall, normal development. No, Bobby Wagner. Easy move. Come on. Sign, please. Bobby Wagner's on the team. So we got a 93 offense, 87 defense, and an 87 overall team. We only have 1 first-round pick instead of 2, but I don't actually care. Because we have such a good team. I might as well just trade it away for another good player. I forgot about that. I forgot about the EA servers. I was in such a joyful mood, and then Madden 22 just started its business. Anyways, as we quickly press R2, let it sign me in to EA, and then it's taking a while. There we go. Here we go. All right. So we're going to have to do that one more time, and then the rebuild will be over. The EA servers won't have to exist. That would be the day, that would be the greatest day of my life, where the EA servers are gone. Another, even better thing about life, if EA Sports doesn't even create Madden at all, right? What if Madden just stops existing? Because Madden, let's be honest, isn't that good. Or it hasn't been for the past couple of years. Like, Madden 19 sucked. Madden 20 wasn't, that big of a development. And Madden 21 was apparently the worst Madden. And then Madden 22 said, hey, I'm going to have glitches and all. Quintez Cephas will be gone. I think we'll trade Jonah Jackson as well. And then we'll also add in our first-round pick. Because this is a guaranteed good player that we could get here. Instead of a player who, hey, he could be good. I don't know, But I'm going to try and make a huge deal out of this. So here's the deal. We made it with the Giants. I wanted Roquan Smith and James Daniels and, who was it? I think it was Jalen Johnson or Darnell Mooney, one of the two. But instead, since it didn't work, I just traded 2 first-round picks and Romeo Okwara for James Bradbury and Xavier McKinney. I know I overshot this deal, but I don't honestly care. We'll stimulate to the end of the draft where the EA servers are going to get down and then ruin my mood. It's just Madden, man. It's just Madden. I try to tell myself that, but I know it's just a game. But maybe, even though it's a game, you cannot even tell me that it is not such a rage-inducing game. Right? It just is. It's its job. Adjust lineup. Let the EA servers go down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.5, 0.4, 0.3, 0.2, 0.1, 0.99, 0.01, 0. Alright. So now let's take a look at the team. We have Devontae Adams, Terry McLaurin, Mac Jones, and DeAndre Swift. That's really good. Now, we also got this guy, Jack Lawrence. We drafted a tight end. I don't know why we did that. We have a 91 overall star development, TJ Hawkinson. But I guess they just thought it was necessary. 82 overall, Penei Sewell. 94 overall, Teron Armstead. 90, 87, 80 across the offensive line. That's really good. On the defense, it does get a bit worse. I wanted Roquan Smith, but I couldn't get him. We have Tay Crowder, which, so, our life saved. Jeez. So, Javon Holland will be moving to strong safety. Pat Crawford will move back to corner so that maybe he can have success in the role he used to be playing, I think at Alabama. Was that? Oh, Ole Miss. That's where he played. Still in the SEC, so I kind of got it correct. And then Javon Holland will move to strong safety. And then the team will look a bit better because we'll have an upgrade at strong safety. Did it say that Javon Holland had normal? Did I just see that? Hold on. Okay, no, he still had star. So he got an 81 overall player at both safety spots. Problem is we just don't have enough money. We don't. And that is a huge, problem. And since we don't have enough money, we don't have any middle linebackers. We have Bobby Wagner. Hopefully he does well. We have changed the scheme up so that it fits our entire roster. Alright? I need this team to go all the way to the Super Bowl. We have not made it to the playoffs for 2 straight years. However, I think this year is where we make the Lions a Super Bowl team. Alright? I can sense it. We're simulating to the playoffs. It's probably going to take a year because simulation hates me. But in the end, we all need to reach our goal. Make it to the Super Bowl and not have anything to worry about. We're already one of the league's best rosters. But I don't want to be like the Jags where we have a really good roster, but we just can't compensate with wins because we have a stupid head coach who is more, hands in pantsies rather than I want to coach this team and get some wins. But let's simulate to the playoffs. Let's make the Super Bowl. So we went 13-4 and did not get a first-round bye. Who the hell's in our conference? Who keeps doing so well? View standings. Who is doing this? The Cowboys, of course. Of course it's the Cowboys, right? Of course it is. Mac Jones had a killer year and probably won another MVP. Any other leaders? Nope. That's sad. But Matt Jones, 100 billion% won MVP. Wow! Ezekiel Elliott? Did Madden just needs to stop favoring the Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott wins MVP? Are you kidding me? Okay, never mind. He does deserve it, but still. He didn't even eclipse 2,000 yards. Derrick Henry did that last year. He didn't win MVP. Look at Mac Jones' year. 5,200 yards, 50 touchdowns, 7 picks, 71% completion percentage, 9 per attempt. Yeah, was sacked 50 times, but he still managed to do this. DeAndre Swift is really good. Jamar Jefferson was crap. Devontae Adams, 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns. Terry McLaurin, 1,300 yards, 15 touchdowns. TJ Hawkinson added another 7. Quintez Cephas was pretty good. We just allowed too much of sacks, and that's really disappointing with the amount I've spent and invested on our O-line. Bobby Wagner, we finally had a guy over 100 tackles. 17 for loss from Bradley Chubb. 16 from Jefferson, who's not him, Jeffrey Simmons. 15 for Christian Barmore. And I just saw 4 picks for someone, I don't know who. 8.5 sacks for Bradley Chubb. 8 for Jeffrey Simmons. 5.5 for Christian Barmore. Picks 4 Carlton Davis. 3 Javon Holland, of course, traded for him. Right now, James Bradbury, 3 picks. And Alexander McIntosh. Don't know why he's getting a pick. And, of course, don't really care about kicker. We care about our punter, who averaged 56 per punt. Oh, my goodness. Jack Fox. But Ezekiel Elliott really just snubbed the Lions in general. 96 offense. We're a really good team. Now, whether we dominate the Panthers or not, it's up to us because we're, Madden, we're going to lose to the Panthers. 8-9 Panthers are going to beat us, right? Yep. 8-9 Panthers, dude. You got to reconsider that. Excuse me for that loud noise. That's my controller setting down, by the way, but how did an 89 overall team get defeated by an 8-9 team? It just never happens. Oh my god, this is another rebuild that ends in disappointment. I'll see you guys in the next video. Subscribe to see more sorrow.